Eraser Mice, or Learn Max. Wanted to talk to you a little bit more. I recently made a purchase of some drum loops, some drum libraries from the LoopLoft, and I got this on, they offer different sales and stuff all the time, and I happened to pick this up on a sale. You can, you get different prices from them all the time, depending on what day of the week it is and what specials they're offering, and et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, I picked up their Ableton Live. What do they call it? It's a bundle. It's called the Ableton Live Pack Bundle. Okay, and in the Ableton Live Pack Bundle, you get the Eric Harland drum loops. You get, what else do we get? We get Kelso Alberti Brazilian drum and percussion loops, Charlie Hunter looped, Eric Harland looped by the LoopLoft, and you get the Art of Brushes by LoopLoft, and you also get Hip Hop Drums. And Hip Hop Drums is really like the one that I was most interested in, and that's the one I'm going to talk mostly about this. Maybe in some of the, I'm going to have some other videos where I kind of review some of the other kits. But I wanted to talk specifically about the hip hop drums because they do there's an interesting technique in here that you can use in a lot of your other kits, and it allows you to do all kinds of variations from a smaller number of loops. And I've done this with some other things in terms of some of my algorithmic stuff, and I was really excited to see them do this inside of hip hop drums, and they really did it well. So anyway, okay, so here it is. Over here, you can see the LoopLoft Hip Hop Drums, and it says Legacy. What that means is basically, unless you're Ableton, for some reason, if you make a pack, they always show up as a Legacy pack. So even if it installs automatically as a pack, it's a Legacy, even if you create it for the latest one. Don't know why, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, you install this as a pack. Now, this is the one out of the group that you do need to register with Ableton. So you get a key for this, and you register this. But anyway, within the pack, you'll see here. Oh, well, first off, over here, they have this nice little kind of run through help stuff over here. And looking over here, though, you'll see you get clips, lessons, which is where this stuff over here is from. You get presets. There's some audio effects in there. There's these 3 effects racks: Classic, Tweaker 1, Tweaker 2, which are all pretty cool. And then you have instruments. So they have a bunch of drum racks set up for the individual different construction sets, or the individual kind of styles within, or sub-styles within hip-hop drums here. And you can see here are all of the instrument racks that all comes up part of. So there's lots and lots of raw material in here, but it's also organized pretty well in lots of different ways. If you want to see, clips and samples, they're all there. And you can kind of work with it as MIDI clips, or you can actually go in and look at the audio samples and stuff like that, which is really impressive. I like it. So, okay, what I'm going to do within any of these packs, you're going to see a clip library, and under clips, there's going to be LoopLoft, and then usually there's like the name of the pack, and then under there, you're going to see where the construction kits are. So I'm going to jump right in the construction kits because that's where this kind of cool technique is going on. And I'm going to open up 93 Problems, Constant Variation, and that's the cool part. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to select Dry under Effects, because what this does, basically, to kind of explain, you see 3 tracks here, and basically there's the track that actually plays the clip. These are the clips here, 1 through 8, and then you'll see on here audio 2 FX. So it's using this as an effects rack in here, and you'll see monitor in. That means whatever's played here is going to get processed through here. And they use these ghost clips, and this is a whole nother cool thing where they do automation. So what's happening in each of these clips, they don't have any audio in them because it's in monitor in. It's going to hear listen to the audio through this track, but any automation, and there's no automation on Dry, but say I selected flanger, you're going to see, come on, there we go. The tweaker here, modulation is going on. So it's going to sit here, and if I look over here, you'll see the flanger being modulated, and that's kind of cool. So you've got these modulated ghost clips that are modulating basically your effects, and then you get this other technique over here, and I got to explain it before playing it or else it'll just totally freak you out, because what they do, like I said, I've done this in some of my sets too, because I love algorithmic stuff. That's me. That's like my big thing. And what they're doing here is they are using launch actions to create this kind of constant variation among these 8 different clips, right? So what's going to happen, let's look in the launch here. You see launch mode is trigger, which just basically means immediately trigger a clip when it's launched. It's in legato mode, and what legato mode means is basically the clip is going to be kind of continuously playing. So if you jump back to that clip, you're going to take off to like as if it was like wherever it would have been if it was playing the whole time. So it's playing them out like so you're not restarting the clip, you're kind of playing the whole clip out as if it was looping. And that's really cool, so you can kind of jump into the middle of a clip as it's going on. All right, then global quantization is set on. So that normally means it'll be triggered only on the global quantization, which in this case is 1 bar. And then here's the cool thing, follow action. Now you notice it's got this cranked all the way down, which is 16th notes. So every 16th note, it's going to try to play any other clip, right? So every 16th note, it's going to give it the opportunity to play another clip, or it's always going to play another clip, really. So it's going to be popping around throughout all 8 of these clips in legato mode, so constantly changing on a 16th note basis. Now, since each one of these clips sounds okay on its own, you're gonna be kind of dropping in, just gonna be like scrubbing between the clips. And this is what it sounds like. Let me set it to dry, and here we go. You see it. So you see it popping around here, constantly triggering, constantly going back and forth, and that's creating that variation there. And it's tough to hear because it's actually doing a really good job of it. Because if you look at each one of these clips, you see the different clips over here as I double click on them. They're all, they have some basic characteristics among them that kind of makes it seamless as it bounces around. Now, the other cool thing that we have it set up over here is basically the idea is the FX track. Now this one goes to the capture track. All right, so really the only track that goes to the master here is the capture track. So the clip is played here with that random variation. The effects are applied here, and then the capture track goes out. So because it's in record mode here, if I hit record, I'm going to start recording the varying track, and this is cool, right? So we'll come over here, no clip selected. I'm going to start a clip. As soon as I start, you're going to see it recording the automated, randomed, track. Check this out. Okay, so I have a new clip now, and this one's 8 bars long, and it has some variation going on inside of the clip. So you'll see, it's not just every bar isn't the same. Like here we've got this, lots of kick going on, different here. Yep, see like the second measure here, we've got this where's kind of in there. So you can hear those variations. Now, since this is auto and I hit play here, I'm going to hear just the one I recorded. So I'm actually listening to this clip now. Okay. Now, I can also then apply these effects. And in order to do that, I have to turn either monitoring on there or, so you got to be careful here. If they leave this at auto and I play this, I'm just going to be hearing that clip. Okay, even though there's like automation going on here and stuff, I have to either record a new clip, in which case then I'll be hearing it through, or set this to in and I'll be hearing it through. So for now, I'm going to just record yet another clip with the flanger effect being automated on top of it. See that being recorded here. And I can even change the effect. Okay, and that all got baked into this new clip. Even if I turn these tracks off. Cool, right? So I really got to hand it to them that there's just this one pack within these other packs is really cool because they're really using all of these cool techniques to provide you with tons of different potential variations through here. So I'm just scratching the surface on this pack here, but I mean I hate to be like just gushing about like how much I like this, but I like how they did this one. I gotta hand it to them. Especially if you get it on on sale or something like that. This is a pretty good value, and that's not even going into all the other packs, which I hope to go into in another clip. So anyway, even if you don't get this pack, if you don't get hip hop drums from LoopLoft, there's lots of cool techniques that you can use, using this kind of combination of ghost clips to allow you to process audio through a track, and then have the clips have the automation and be changing the effects. Or using these kind of random use the launch actions to create these randomizations, and then also capture things in through here, so it's kind of multiple chains. A lot of cool techniques. Hopefully this video will help you with some cool things. Maybe you go grab LoopLoft's hip hop drums and their Ableton Live pack, or maybe you just kind of apply these techniques on your own. So until my next video, this is Eraser Mice at Learn Max. Knock yourselves out.